We're editing this out, so it doesn't even
Welcome
matter.
to Buff Entertainment.
Yep.
Today we're going to be talking about the new game Avowed by Obsidian Entertainment. The same guys who made The Outer Worlds
Yeah, which is
and
also a
Fallout
good
New
game.
Vegas.
They like for real on God. They made
for
Fallout
real,
New Vegas.
On God, they made Fallout New Vegas. They also made Knights of the Old Republic 2. They also made a few other RPGs as well. Obsidian.
For real on God.
Yeah, they did. They made two banging games. Pretty alright. I'm gonna be honest. Outer Worlds is fun.
It's a pretty good game. It's not like like
I wouldn't say it's like a super impressive game, but like the
yeah,
combat's
like Dark
incredibly-
Souls 3, which is like
Yeah.
or Elden Ring or any of those. But it's still like a good
It's
game.
incredibly fun. I would say, like,
Yeah.
if I had to give it a ranking, it's probably like a mid-tier Fallout. So, like, it's like a slightly above Fallout 3 in my opinion.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe a little below it, actually.
interchangeable. We'll just say
Yeah,
interchangeable.
For me, they're interchangeable. Still really fun. I like the
Yeah.
combat. The writing, it's not as good. Like, the game really emphasizes the space cowboy instead of the corporate slave aspect.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, it's
That's
alright.
fine, but I feel like the corporate slave kind of thing would be
The corporate playthrough I'm doing not as fun as the space cowboy one.
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like the writing for that isn't really the best. Like, it's very clear who's the bad guy and who's the good guy. Even when
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I feel it's, like, alright. I feel like New Vegas was probably the best writing they did, and even then, Vegas's writing wasn't really the best when it comes to
It wasn't the best, but it was at the time. Like compared to now, it's not
It's not the
it's not
Plus,
the
like,
best,
main
but it's not the
sto-
worst.
It's really the side content that makes the writing better.
Oh yeah.
And also, like, previous games lore, like 1 and 2, that make
Add on to
that make Vegas better. Yeah, not so much
Yeah.
the DLC has the DLCs for Vegas have some masterful writing.
Mhm.
Anyway, back to Avowed, the new game. It's basically
Yeah.
Obsidian's Skyrim.
It's basically D&D and Skyrim just had like a love child.
That's the best way to describe it. Definitely a lot more emphasis on the D&D portion.
Yeah, cuz it's turn-based, but it's
Not. I wouldn't say it's turn-based. I'd say it's just the combat feels a lot more slower paced. Like, it wants you to be more deliberate. Like for Skyrim,
it's pretty fast-paced.
Yeah, Skyrim, you're just meant to, like, throw out damage. You're not meant to, like, really think and pick and choose your strikes. You're
Yeah,
just meant to,
that's for like when you're deciding what weapon you want to use and what spells you want to use and all that.
yeah, you're mainly meant to hit them with overwhelming force in Skyrim. But in Avowed, it feels more like you're meant to choose your attacks and, like, actually do a little thinking.
Yeah, like
Like, they expect you to block and parry.
Yeah. they
and, like,
expect you to do that?
They
What
expect
is
you
it,
to
Sekiro?
What, they expect you to have critical thinking when casting spells instead of just spamming fireball? You expect me to use anything except the basic a magic spell attack? Shameful.
Shameful.
How dare they expect
Shame
me to
on you.
actually play the game like a normal person with critical thinking? But yeah, no.
But it's like all the other games. The writing's
it's
it's all right. It's not the best, but it's not
I
the
like
worst.
I like how your character customization actually can influence character reactions.
Yeah.
Because there's this thing called godlike. It basically means a god blessed you, and I made my guy look like a clicker from The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
And the reactions from the first NPC I met was like, "You're blighted. Get away from me. You infected freak." And it's like, and then my little envoy, my like gremlin goblin friend, was like, "How dare you speak to him? He's a godlike." I'm called the Blighted One, by the way. Let's be clear. Under
That
any
is-
pretense, I'm just a mindless zombie. But my guy's like, he's a royal envoy. How dare you speak to him in such a way? I'm like, I'm going to
I'm gonna murder you.
kill you in your sleep and infect you with my spores. It's so funny.
So yeah, it's
I love the customization because it's so wacky. And then the level up system. They have attributes, which basically is really cool. There's not a lot of them. There's intelligence,
like-
mindfulness, strength,
like kind of like Souls like games,
Sorta.
or like
I'd
is
say-
it more Fallout
I'd
or
say it'd be
Souls?
more akin to like special stats from Fallout.
Okay.
So far, there might be perk trees that I have yet to touch. Currently, I've just experienced all the combat. I've experienced ranged combat with the bow. I've experienced melee combat. Melee combat's pretty fun, a little floaty. I can definitely see why some people would not like it, because most people are used to like just dishing out waves of
Yeah,
damage.
just like swinging, staggering, then just keep swinging.
Yeah, but here you gotta actually like think. You actually gotta like block attacks. Like if
Yeah,
there's
it's like
if you're-
Sekiro.
If you're fighting one person, you can stun lock them with multiple sword swipes. But if there's like more than one enemy,
You actually have to think.
yeah, you gotta like you can't just take hits because you are incredibly fragile early game. And then I touched the magic system, and oh my god, it's actually peak.
Is it actually good?
I have a ranger build, and you get these like special unique traits that you can activate
Uh-huh.
with the D-pad. I currently have this one that ensnares like one person in front of me in like vines to prevent them from moving. It's
Free
basically
headshots.
it's a ranger perk. So basically, I'm like, it's freeze, and then I just started hitting them with a sword or a bow, depending on what I felt like using at the
Yeah.
time. Now then, there's this magic system. Now the mage's first trait is magic missiles,
Yeah.
Which
Which
is really
which
cool.
makes sense.
which is really cool. But then I actually like used melee combat. For example, I used a wand.
Uh-huh.
So the wand doesn't take from your mana pool; it takes from your stamina bar in order to attack. Which I think
Really?
is yeah. And it's got like there's a charge up attack, and then there's light quick attacks you can dish out. Really cool.
Yeah, that's so
Then
weird.
there's grimoires, which take from your mana slot, or in this case, it's called essence. And when you hold LT, you get access to 4 different spells.
Uh-huh.
The first grimoire you get's pretty shit. You get like a
Are they set spells or can you like change them?
no, they're set spells. You have to find different
Aw.
grimoires.
Aw.
You gotta find different grimoires to get different spells.
But that
The first grimoire you get, and the first wand you get, because it's literally right next to the dead body that you
Yeah.
get from. You get an electric spell
Mm-hmm.
that basically just locks onto an enemy and just zaps them.
so just like a standard like little zap.
Oh no, it's like a long like unlimited power sort of zap, and then it
Ah.
stops. Then it goes on cooldown, and then
And then you use it again and then
then they also
Yada, yada.
have this like flamethrower spell where you're just bathing the enemy in fire.
and this is all
one grimoire.
one grimoire and it's the early game one. Like the first one you get.
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but to be fair,
But it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. My character doesn't. I actually like took everything out of intelligence to put it into like Dex. Actually, I dumped intelligence and con for strength and a few other ones that helped it with the ranger build. But
Yeah.
to be fair, a gun mage is something you could do. I'm talking pistol and grimoire.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
The holy gunslinger came to cleanse the blighted.
That
It's
is pretty funny.
Anyway, that's only 2 of the spells. I think the like the
It's probably like a standard ice spell maybe.
it is. It's like a standard ice projectile one that freezes.
Like
the
maybe
enemy.
like an ice shard.
It is literally you throw a bunch of ice shards at someone. It's really interesting. It's all right, all things considered. It's not great. To be fair, it's literally the first grimoire you
Yeah,
get.
yeah. So it's not going to be like the best thing in the world.
You also get like a defense a bonus with the 4th and final spell. So yeah, you get 4 spells with the first grimoire.
One's a
really
buff.
fun.
3 of them are damage. So that
Yeah,
that's
and then you also get a wand for like just your basic damage dealing while you wait for
Yeah.
your essence to recharge. Because thing about essence,
is
you
it.
can get it from kills.
So is essence like?
It's the mana.
Is it? No, I understand it's the mana. It's just is it like Dark Souls where you need to like drink potion that regenerates
Oh, yeah,
it, or does it regenerate over?
So
time.
it's a mixture of potions and kills. Kills regenerate essence.
Okay.
And you can also drink potions to just get a bunch of essence
Okay.
back at once. So, which I guess that makes sense why the wand doesn't use essence, because then you'd be constantly dry. And I think making
Yeah.
the wand require stamina instead of essence.
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
pretty good because then you're not forced to be like, okay, I gotta carry a sword with me because I'm gonna run out of essence,
And then I'm gonna have to find a way to kill them. It's like,
and then I don't have any potions, so.
It's like, but honestly, I
But
think
it's pretty cool. Yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty
the
cool.
combat is like something Obsidian gets really well. I think that they just happen to know how to make combat super fun and engaging.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that little.
Outer Worlds combat, you had evasions, you had a slow time ability. It wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
VATS. Like it was quite literally just bullet time. It
Oh,
was
so
really
it's
cool.
like kind of like super hot. I would.
I'd
I
say
would
more
think.
like Max Payne bullet
All
time.
right.
And the more perks you got, you could upgrade to like how much bullet time you had, how long it lasted.
How slow they are.
You
No?
can actually change how faster you move in bullet time, because bullet time
Ah.
just flat out slows everything, even you. But with
Okay.
certain perks, you could move faster, kills
Okay.
regenerated. It was called, it's like tactical time dilation. I think it's like the official name for it. It's like
Yeah.
TTD. All the TTD perks I've seen so far, really good, and actually make being a space cowboy with a like I literally feel like Arthur Morgan in space. It's so fun. Which I know. Obsidian has always been really good with combat. Hell, Fallout New Vegas' combat is so vastly different from Fallout 3. Mainly because Fallout New Vegas has all these different guns with different ammo types that do different things to different people,
Yeah.
different armors. There also was like certain perks that either augmented how guns work. Like for example,
Yeah.
shotguns. If you got
I think it's like the surgical one where it does like more damage with a shotgun.
no, shotgun surgeon. It actually
Yeah,
ignores,
shotgun surgeon.
It ignores 10 damage resistance from everything,
Mm-hmm.
any enemy. It just makes shotguns so good against Deathclaws. There's also and Stayback, which just depending on how many pellets hit. There's a chance for each pellet to cause a knockdown effect, which is super overpowered on shotguns because each blast is shooting multiple pellets unless you're using
Yeah.
slugs. Which why would you use slugs?
Yeah, why would you use slugs?
I mean,
if you're out of
they have
ammo and
dec-
that's the
they also have like decent armor penetration, but I personally use buckshot because
yeah, because it's just simply better.
Yeah, standard rounds for most guns are probably the best way to go, unless it's AP
Yeah.
rounds. AP rounds on the anti-material rifle are so goated. Oh, I remember hunting Deathclaws with the anti-material rifle with AP rounds. It was actually so OP, dude. Going through Lonesome Road with an AP rifle, I've never felt less afraid of anything. Like, younger me used to not fear tunnelers because I used to just like, oh, there's a tunneler, and I proceed to launch a 50 caliber armor-piercing round to its skull. Immediately dead. Older me's like, oh, these tunnelers are actually, like, dangerous.
Oh dang.
I only have a M1 Garand on me. I might die. I'm gonna be honest, I recently did a hardcore playthrough. Mm-hmm. Incredibly fun. Finished the game, got the achievement. It was wonderful. I recommend playing Fallout New Vegas on hardcore. Anyway,
We just recommend playing Fallout New Vegas. It's a great game.
Honestly.
Even though it's like really, really old,
Yeah.
it's still a great game.
And if you have a PC, there's always mods.
Yeah, there's always mods.
There's there's vehicle mods. There's different there's mods that add like different gameplay. Like,
or just
sprinting.
change skins. Is that a crab with the top hat? That's where I draw the line. Come on, Master Chief. Let's get out of here.
But yeah, no, back to the main topic. Obsidian just knows how to make good combat. Even with Fallout New Vegas, which is using the same engine as Fallout 3, which is wild because those two games feel so very different. The fact Obsidian was able to make Fallout New Vegas' combat so engaging and enjoyable, I think is really impressive. And the fact that their own games are just incredibly fun with their combat that is also, once again, super engaging. Outer Worlds combat, I love it. It's great. You can have a maximum of 2 companions in the Outer World. It's like having 2 extra guys laying down supporting fire. It's great. I gave 2 of my companions a grenade launcher, LMG. And then the other one I just gave an LMG. So I basically have 2 heavy weapons experts backing up my gunslinger build. It's so fun. I love it so much. The gameplay is honestly a standout for Obsidian games. Story-wise,
I feel like Obsidian focuses more on making the combat more engaging than...
They build the combat, and then they build a story around that combat.
Yeah.
Which,
Which is all right. I mean, the stories are all right. They're not like...
It's just sometimes
what is it? Dustborn or whatever that...
Dustborn was so...
Mid
Dustborn
rock
was
and roll
actually
game.
so bad. We can talk about Dustborn.
Yeah,
later.
we'll talk about it next episode.
I have so much to say about Dustborn. It's actually unreal.
We'll save that for next episode.
Yeah, but anyway, Obsidian makes fun combat. Their stories do need work. I feel
But
like
there's still like the bar has been set and they're meeting the bar
they
every
are
time.
decent. Obsidian is good at making decent 7.5 out of 10 games.
Yeah.
They're no like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2,
Yeah.
but they are definitely good games to play.
Yeah.
They are fun. They are enjoyable. You might find something from them. You might not. It's really just a mixed bag of like pretty good.
It's like a box of chocolates.
You never. Well, you actually kind of know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some fun combat, and you're gonna get.
You know
a
what you're gonna get,
semi-engaging
but
story.
sometimes you kind of...
Yeah,
Eh.
I'm gonna be honest. The only 2 exceptions for like good writing in Obsidian games is New Vegas and KOTOR. Those 2 have decent writing, but I wouldn't say they're the best writing.
Yeah.
New Vegas just happens to be a standout because compared to 3 and 4, and like if you compare them to like 2 and 1, New Vegas has definitely some more standout writing. But
Yeah.
once again, that's not saying a lot when you compare it to other Fallouts.
Yeah.
And the same goes for KOTOR. KOTOR, most Star Wars games have decent-ish writing. A standout is definitely The Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed has...
Force Unleashed. Oh my god, I love that game.
Yeah,
we need... Okay, so next episode we're probably going to... Let's talk about Dustborn and then Force Unleashed.
Yeah, we'll
'Cause
talk about...
I love those.
We'll talk about a
I
crap
love that
game, and then we'll talk about 2 actually good games.
Yeah.
Which is Force Unleashed has some great writing. I really like what it does.
Just great games overall.
Honestly, alternate timeline stuff is really cool when
I remember
done well.
playing that on my Wii. Oh
used
my
to play it on
god,
a
that was
P-
great.
I used to play Force Unleashed on PSP. Incredibly fun. Gonna be honest, I currently have the 360 version. It's so good. I
Mm-hmm.
I need to buy the DLC. Just so bad. Anyway, back to Obsidian. They make decent games.
Yeah.
Avowed is not like, it's not some next AAA masterpiece. It's definitely
Yeah, it's not like Elden Ring
it's
kind of.
absolutely not going to be game of the year, but it's definitely a good game.
It could be like up there. It's not gonna win anything.
It's no Kingdom Dogma 2.
Yeah.
It's
It
no-
might be up there,
I meant
but it's
Dragon.
probably not gonna.
I meant
win.
Dragon Dogmas 2. Dragon's Dogma 2, miserable game. I hate it. I do not like that game at all. I do like Avowed. I think it's fun. I think people are just over-hating it because they expected something similar to Vegas. And, like,
Yeah.
it's a whole new IP. Give it a break, man.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Obsidian's focusing more of their development time on The Outer Worlds 2, because that's also coming out this
Yeah.
year, I assume. Maybe it might come out this year, end of the year, maybe next year, even like
Maybe.
beginning of next year. But as of
But
right,
it's coming out soon.
yeah. So as it stands right now, I can see why Avowed feels a bit undercooked, I guess.
Yeah, because people are still waiting for Outer Worlds 2 to come out,
And
and
to be fair, Outer Worlds is, in my opinion, I feel Outer Worlds is a slightly better game when it comes to writing, but
Yeah.
gameplay-wise, Avowed nails it. The
Mm-hmm.
gameplay is fun. If you're gonna play Avowed for any reason, it's the gameplay.
yeah,
The story, it's meh. I could go with or
take it
without.
or leave it.
I think DLC has like a very high chance of making this game better.
Yeah, like most Obsidian, like Fallout New Vegas, the DLC.
Are insanely good. However, I'm not expecting. Once again, I do not expect Vegas levels quality for Avowed.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some decent DLC that adds some new weapons, maybe some new armor types, just some fun stuff in general. Honestly, it's really a mixed bag on what it could and probably will be. I just hope it goes well, all things considered.
Uh huh.
I think Avowed has potential as a new IP, basically
Yeah.
Obsidian's Skyrim.
Yeah, and it's gonna be it should be good.
It is good. I've played it. It's decent. Honestly, I think if anyone has Game Pass or if
You
the game's,
should get it.
if it's on Game Pass or if it's on sale, definitely it's a
Yeah.
recommended one. Honestly, it's pretty fun. I see no reason why
Yeah.
you shouldn't play it, assuming you have the time, or you got it for free through Game Pass or it was on sale.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those games that I could see why you would wait for it to be on sale. I would
Yeah.
definitely also wait for it to be on sale, but I have Game Pass, so I get to play it for free.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like it. I think it's good. I definitely give it a shot. It's
shot.
over. I feel it definitely suffered from its release window though, because Kingdom Come Deliverance came out, and that's like objectively just a better medieval game.
Yeah.
But it's also Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, so everyone was like super hyped for it. It's
Yeah.
a good game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a definitely better game, but can't win everything, But yeah, Avowed's a good game. That's really about it. Thanks for listening.